Have a good day, Cole Nation. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Hey, welcome to Culture, the podcast about South and everything else, produced by Cult Nation TV. I'm your host today, Malachi, joined here with my guests,
Luke.
Andres. Alex.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are you, Malachi?
I'm doing pretty good. And it's crazy how AI is like advancing so fast, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's gonna get out of hand soon, you know,
Yeah.
if they don't get under control over it. Do you guys think humanity can be destroyed by AI?
I definitely think it's possible. If we let it go too far, there's a chance that it could, like, I don't know, it would do something to hurt humanity to a point where there's, like, no recovery.
Yeah.
I think the same thing. It could get like so strong. I feel like it could start like like manually hacking into stuff. Getting into like people's like personal stuff, like maybe like banking too. Something like that.
Even getting like the government stuff,
Yeah,
like take over the
get into,
government,
like files, stuff like that.
start wars,
Yeah.
world war.
Like it could happen.
I kind of don't, because I feel like if the people that are making it are like smart enough to like make something like that, they're probably smart enough to put stuff in place that it doesn't happen, or they're smart enough to not make it in the first place if they know that's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think I trust like the people, like the scientists that are making it. I guess I don't know,
Wow, that's great.
but
And,
I feel like it could happen. I don't know if it could.
yeah, there's like just two different viewpoints too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah. You think what are some benefits, Alex? You think?
Oh, AI.
Yeah,
I think it just makes like it can make everyday life easier. Like, for example, I use this math thing the other day. Or just scanned the math over and like did everything for me, and that was epic, bro. It wasn't right, but if it was right, if they advance it to where it gives me the right answer from that, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
But just like stuff like that, like stuff that makes like everyday like stuff.
like
that
Chat
easier.
GPT.
Yeah.
It's the.
I can't say. We're in a school. We're in a school.
What about you, Andres? Where you think some benefits?
I think like Alex said, it makes certain things easier. Maybe like I don't know, you can really look up anything on there, and it'll give it to you in pretty much an instant. So like whatever you need, you could just type it in and it'll give you an answer.
You think health wise, like how do you think medically it could help?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if we get it to the point where it's smart enough to help us in the medical field, it could be, like, incredibly helpful health benefit wise.
Like
Like-
having brain chips in everyone's brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's wild.
No, like for real, because they're talking about this crazy stuff that they
Mhm.
want to put in people's brain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it help people.
What does the chip do?
It's supposed to help like it's supposed to help people with certain diseases,
Oh.
like regain the ability, like
Oh,
of
yeah, I know.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's called Neuralink. Elon Musk
Oh,
is
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
is we're hosting that stuff. It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Testing that they're doing on that stuff with animals, it's inhumane, I guess, what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no good right now.
No.
It's not good right now. You know, it's you guys think the advancements, right, of AI could be dangerous?
It's definitely possible.
Yeah, like if it does get its brain of its own, you know, in case they don't have the placement, like the standards in line right now.
Yeah.
How do you think like the movies and books like bring in AI? Like how does it make it seem?
I think sometimes it might give, like, an unrealistic, like, view on what AI
Yeah.
could do, but at the same time, like, what if it does go there? Like, it's definitely a possibility unless the right parameters are put in place, you know?
Yeah, there's like multiple movies, TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
About that stuff.
Yeah. What about you, Andres?
I think the same thing. It gives like maybe at the time, like 10 years ago, an unrealistic feel of what it could be, but now like now the time we're living in, it's like, dang, that could actually happen.
Yeah, it's coming into like real life
Yeah.
standards,
Yeah,
basically.
so
Like it's
you really don't know until it happens, I guess.
Mm.
yeah. What about you, Alex?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like the AI in movies is like so advanced. So like, we'll like probably not see anything like that in like our like lifetime. Like
Yeah.
Jarvis from like Iron Man or something like that. But it's like crazy to think like maybe like my kids will like see that or something like that. So,
Yeah. So we actually have a video sourced by TMZ. We're gonna watch. It's by an astrophysicist. His name's Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's gonna explain. He was interviewed, and he's gonna talk a little bit about what he was interviewed by. What was he interviewed about? So let's watch it, shall we?
Steve Wozniak and Elon Musk saying like they want to pause AI development, and they're really worried. They think it could spell like doomsday.
Part of me wonders whether in America we watch too many movies.
That's for sure.
Computers and AI gone bad. I'm not as fearful
Okay.
personally.
Okay.
I see it rising up as replacing our tasks. By the way, the history of the technological revolution is that.
Yeah.
All right,
It hasn't stopped since the beginning.
Since
yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, we had machines replace human labor. I'm old enough to remember transitioning from a slide rule to a calculator.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, oh my gosh, are we not going to teach long division anymore? was that the end of the world? Personally, I see AI moving in on our lives just little bit by bit, replacing tasks. You know, it isn't the fact that you pull out your smartphone and navigate your way to grandma's house,
Right.
avoiding traffic without any human intervention.
Yeah.
Isn't that AI? Yes, it kind of is. All right.
Absolutely.
It's a form of AI.
Yeah.
And so I see AI encroaching on bits and pieces of our life. But I don't see the AI robot coming out and then slaughtering
Yeah.
all humans.
Yeah.
I don't see that as the path that we're on. If you're worried that AI will replace your creativity, okay, worry about that. You might have to take on another job.
Yeah.
If the AI designs the Broadway stage, if it specs the themes and the storylines of the next blockbuster movie,
Yeah.
okay, maybe we got to find something else it can't do. All right, that it hasn't thought of doing yet. So I welcome all the ways it can make our lives better, easier, and will force us to think of other tasks. And maybe there are no other tasks, and we just go to the beach.
Yeah. And that seems good to me.
I'm good with that too.
All right. Well, thank you guys for thank you for my TD in there, Gianna and Nick, for helping me out with the video. What do you guys think about that video? He brought up some interesting stuff.
Yeah, I think the idea of like replacing things little by little is a good way to think about it. Replacing small tasks that humans have to do that like maybe we don't want to, having that replaced by AI, so it's less of a burden on us.
Yeah, he brought it in like a big perspective. Like he said, how we watch too much TV. That's probably in movies. I think that's how we are basically. Like Terminator. What about Terminator? Yeah.
I think that we're like we do watch like a lot of movies, but like we're allowed to be kind of scared about that because we're not the ones in control of like making this stuff. So we don't get to choose if they just make like they replace everyday tasks. Because like one day, Elon Musk could show up with like a robot and just be like, "Here, look," and we're just like, "Oh, we can't do anything about that." So we kind of it like is valid to be scared if you are scared. Whatever.
Yeah. And it's and he said not like he's not scared, like, and he's a scientist, maybe we should think about what he said, not be scared about AI, because that kind of actually clarified a lot about me. It clarified a lot to me about it. Well, that's been great to talk to you guys about AI today. How do you guys feel about the AI talk we had? You guys learn anything about from that video?
Yeah, I definitely did from that video. He really put things in perspective, like how it won't evolve as drastically as we think, but it'll take over little by little.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. We don't see anything yet, but yeah, I think it's a good video.
Yeah, like taking over certain jobs and stuff, like creativity. I wonder, I don't think he was talking about like creativity, like books, like the writers and stuff, the writing strike. Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. That's been Culture, the podcast about South and everything else, produced by Cult Nation TV. Thank you.
Have a good day, Cult Nation. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.